You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feet.
Okay, welcome aboard. Going to do some circuit practice, short takeoff and landings on the grass strip over here at Georgetown. Should be good. Georgetown traffic, Bushcat 2508, entering 24 right, and we'll be conducting circuits, Georgetown. Okay, so I think we'll try our first takeoff with one stage of flaps, and we're going to try 1 and 2 today to see the difference. Okay, let's do our first. Oh, let's look at the wind. A little bit off to the right, so just got to allow for that as we get going.
There's something different about the way we are.
Okay, I reckon that was pretty good. Have to be around the 40-50 metre mark. I think the takeoff's the easy part. The landing is going to be challenging, isn't it? I think one of the things with this sort of flying is a reasonably long approach just to get the aircraft set up to be flying as nice as possible. Georgetown traffic, Bushcat 2508, downwind 24 right for a full stop. Georgetown. Alright, so we're downwind there, 700 feet. Oh, I want to trim it up. Give ourselves a decent final run in. Okay, all clear. A fair bit of sink just there. This is your turn around on the crosswind base leg actually. Alright. So we know that the wind's slightly off to our right of our nose. The aim here is to set the picture we want out the front. And then, as we discussed before, using that power, control the height. Sure, every flying instructor I've ever had is probably just rolling around, waiting to smash the keyboard with all the things I've done wrong. But anyway, here we are. Okay, so that's 55 knots. We know that's a bit fast, but for full flaps, we know it'll stop pretty quick. I've got a little bit of wind off to the right, so I'm just going to aim a little bit to the right. Aiming for the white markers, which I don't know if you can see, but you'll probably see as we go down. The idea is to touch down at or just after them. So as we get down a bit lower, we can, remember, bring the power off for the speed a bit, keep the nose up.
Somewhere down the line, we changed and we grew and we fell out of touch as time goes by.
Okay, probably a little bit long. Hold it off. I mean, look, ground roll was like probably 10 feet. Okay, flaps identified up. Okay, I mean, I'm going to go with that's under 100 metres. And we floated 50 or 60 times. So let's see if we can get that a bit better. There is a bit of turbulence. I mean, the headwind does help, but those bumps are certainly making it a bit of a challenge because you've got to allow a factor of wind if there's a gust, because if it stops, obviously we are impacted quite considerably. So we need to make sure that we allow a bit of a buffer for that. So given the circumstances, I think not too bad. Let's have a look. We're going to do a full flap this time. Take off just to see the difference. Alright, lined up. Check all our gauges. It's running cold as it does, unfortunately, down here in Tassie. Okay, that's good. Another aircraft in the pattern. Georgetown traffic, Bushcat 2508, about to roll 24 for a right-hand circuit. Georgetown traffic. Radio calls right. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. Remember, just looking at the wind side, a little bit off to the right, might have dropped a bit, almost coming a bit more down the field. So let's get up to full power. Alright, release, tail flying, and then once the tail's flying, away we go. Level off into a bit of a ground effect just to get the speed up, and climb out. Look, takeoff wise I think pretty happy. Interesting to compare those two back to back, so I'll play them against each other hopefully in the video, because I couldn't feel much difference between full flat there and half, so I'm going to just drop a stage there. And then another stage. Alright, coming up 500. And we're all clear. I will say that, you know, look, this aeroplane's amazing. It's, those of you who have been watching will probably, if your Bushcat fans, realise the factory has just decided yesterday to stop producing these aircraft, which is a real shame, and hopefully that we can still get our parts. I've certainly got a little bit of an issue with this one, with the skins need replacing, and they're on order, so fingers crossed the guys at Bushcat and obviously the guys here in Australia can look after me, still get those to me soon, because these ones are okay, but they're going to need to replace them in probably next 6 months or so. So yeah, bad news though that for the industry really, we need more aeroplanes, not less. So maybe they can be salvaged, maybe someone will take it over, I don't know, there's not been much said, but all the people at Bushcat, sorry about that, bad news, and let's hope we see some improvements. Alright, downwind. Georgetown Traffic, Bushcat 2508 is about to turn base 24 right for a full stop. Georgetown. Alright, so we need to get back to stage a flap here. Just allow, remember we had a bit of sink here last time, so I'm just going to stay a little bit higher as we come round onto finals. Still definitely some sink there. Over 500 feet a minute just in that patch. A little bit of power just to keep us going nicely. I'm going to wait till I get on the final to just get that last stage of flap. Okay. Still a bit bumpy. Okay, so there we go. Set the attitude. We need to throttle back to the height. Still a fair amount of crosswind off there to the right, which basically means we can crab in, as you can see probably here, we're crabbing in with the nose off to the right, which offsets it. But obviously just before we land, we need to use our rudder, straighten the aircraft and keep the right wing down so that the aircraft wants to move that way, but also so the wind doesn't get under that wing. Yeah, it's swung a bit more down the strip now, so 50 knots this far out is probably fine. I want to pick a marker. So that row of like little shrubs is where we want to almost be back to 40 knots, because we can land anywhere after that, that's safe. Don't want to be landing anywhere before that. Try not to float. So 45 knots. As we know, 40 knots is quite safe. Power back here. Oh, a bit short. But those of you at home that are watching, I thought it was pretty good apart from that. Look at that patch of dirt. I reckon we're probably 40 metres from where we were supposed to touch down. We did touch down a little short. A little bit muddy in that section too. Georgetown Traffic, Bushcat 2508, backtracking 24 right, about to roll for one more circuit. Georgetown Traffic. So I'm guessing the full flap might be the better option for a takeoff, just in that it's going to give us that extra bit of lift. Okay. Everything's looking good. So another full flap. Go. Yeah, definitely off just before that dirt patch, which is pretty good, I think. One stage of flap. So I got the tail flying there on the brakes, which interested to see how that would go really, and I think a bit of practice too, that's something that can help by having the tail up obviously and rolling forward. You're already at the lower angle of attack. What a beautiful day, hey? All clear around. We'll probably do 2 more, I reckon, and then pack up my gear and head home. It's definitely something that needs to be practiced. I'm actually really enjoying this. I land on a fairly short strip, as you probably know, at home. Just gives you that confidence that at least here you can land short, land long, it doesn't really matter. But it just goes to show what you can do. And I'm still coming in a bit hot, but I think that's the safety thing. You always want to be a bit fast. And let's face it, no prizes today or really any day that are worth hurting yourself for. So it's more just about getting around safely. Georgetown traffic, Bushcat 2508, downwind 24 right, full stop. Georgetown. Alright, brakes on the car, we're all good, fuel's on. Now, we're probably pretty heavy here, 50 litres of fuel. Alright, we'll go a stage of flap here. Again, that sinks just as we turn into across the wind here. So I think the wind's just coming a bit from behind us and just pushing us down. So you just got to watch the airspeed as we come around. Don't want to let it disappear too much. That looks good. All clear, no one's on final. Okay, we're a bit high, so power off. Remember, adjust the height. Bring the nose up for the speed. Drop our full stage of flap. Okay, that's 45 knots there, which is actually pretty good. See if we can fly. Remember, we know we can fly it at 45 knots. Full flaps, we can fly safely at 40 knots. Allowing for a bit of that crosswind still though. Another one of those things, you know, people are scared of landing tail draggers and crosswind, and I totally get it. But confidence and practice. Get out there and just fly it, get used to it. Obviously don't push yourself. Just start with a little bit, but I know a lot of the guys that I watch, big fans of that. Just the seat time really makes a big difference. Right, so a little bit high there. Oh, a bit of sink, so that helps. A little bit fast, so we're just gonna nose up. High, so pull a bit of power. Okay, wind's sort of all over the place. Down the strip here in the middle, crosswind at the start and end. Alright, 45 knots. A little bit fast. Keep the nose up. Not land short this time. 35 knots there. And a bit of ground effect. A bit more. And that's probably about as good as it gets. And that's not maximum braking, by the way. I'm not trying to destroy the plane or dig up the runway. But yeah, we're consistently in the, I'd say, 50 metre mark there. It is really hard work. Geez, I'm enjoying it. They should make a sport out of this, hey? Alright, we'll do one more and then we'll grab our gear and probably go for a little scenic fly home. Alright, we're lined up. We'll try the tail up a little bit and see how we go. All clear ahead. Georgetown traffic, Bushcat 250, it's about to roll 24 right for a full stop circuit. Georgetown traffic. Alright, everything's looking good. Alright, nice and relaxed. Georgetown traffic, Bushcat 2508, it's about to cross 24 and we'll be shortly rolling 32 for a departure to the east-south. Georgetown, this is a unpromoted video, but just a clue. You guys could get on board and geez, that would make life easier. I could buy a new plane, buy several planes. So yeah, come on guys.